Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome to another Anal Grenade video. That was a very positive opener from me. But anyway, we are looking at the rare sniper rifle Lanet in Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer, carrying on our Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer weapon reviews. But anyway, let's get on to it. It has 759 damage, 60 rates of fire, 2 max clip size, 20 max ammo, 61 accuracy and 50 weight. As per usual, I have no modifications on the weapon or skills invested in my character to improve it anyway to make it how it is at base level. We are now moving on to how it performs in game. All gameplay is recorded on silver, and I must say I did enjoy using the Lanet. I thought maybe this would be a sniper rifle that bucks the trend. It may not be amazing, but I found it to be quite an effective weapon, and that is due to the fact that you can charge up the shot. You can hold down RT to charge the shot to make it more powerful, and I found that to be a really nice feature. It does really pack a good punch when you charge the shot. Some of the gameplay may look a bit unnatural to you for that reason. I did sometimes charge it up before being zoomed in to show you that charging up feature, so it didn't look like I was just aiming down the scope for a long time, so that may not be how you play in the game, but I just wanted to show you that you could charge it, and I thought the easiest way to do that with the gameplay was to get out of the scope and show me not aiming down the scope like I am here to show you it's charging. So anyway, the damage of the gun, the first thing I'm going to recommend is put a modification on it, just because when you charge that shot, when it comes to brute enemies, you may be able to see in much of the gameplay that you can basically one hit an enemy if you charge the shot, a brute enemy on silver. The reason I recommend adjusting its damage with a modification is because basically you come so close to killing that enemy with that one shot. They're basically on 6 health to the fact that you could literally touch the enemy and they will die. It's so annoying. It looks like their health bar is completely depleted, but the gun doesn't quite take out all their health. So definitely do something to modify damage, whether it's investing a skill in your character to give the gun plus 5% damage, or modifying the weapon, because that will mean you can one hit enemies with a charged shot. Its damage is very effective. I like how it is a 2 shot. I didn't find that to be a problem with its max clip of being 2, just because if you do charge those shots, they are very powerful, and often by charging the shot it means you do take a lot more time aiming down your scope. It doesn't feel like you're having to shoot a lot of shots because you've got the ability to. It does feel you can hold it down, charge, and kind of take your time to land a very powerful hit. So I did like that, and I found it to be a very damaging weapon, especially with a charged shot. Not charging the shot, the damage isn't bad. It's quite substantial. It's nothing amazing. I wouldn't say it outranks any other sniper rifle in that category, but the charged shot definitely feels really useful. Its rate of fire, as you can imagine, can be quite slow, especially if you're charging your shot all the time like I mostly do, even when I don't have to. But that's to be expected, and that isn't really a problem. If you've got a gun that's doing a lot of damage with one shot, it takes a little bit of time between each shot, it doesn't seem to be a problem that it has a low rate of fire. One thing I am going to advise with this gun is if you do a charge shot and then you go to do a second one, you can't do it straight away. There is a slight 1 second delay from when you can hold down the trigger again. I don't think this is an intentional thing they've done, so like maybe just to nerf you to make you not too powerful. I think it is just a game issue. The game can't really keep up with when you're supposedly holding down the trigger or not to do that charge shot, so that is a little bit of advice there. I've mentioned the max clip size. The max clip size is fine because each bullet feels like it's doing enough damage. That's one thing that I like to see. If a gun doesn't have the best clip size, I like to see that each bullet in that clip does feel like it's doing something, because that does really make up for that clip size, so that is quite nice to see. The max ammo of 20, I rarely found myself running out of ammo with it, which is quite a surprise considering the max ammo is quite low. However, I was running around a bit with it. I was doing objectives, playing the objectives, stuff like that, going to get revised. So just make sure you either camp near a ammo box, ammo crate, because I doubt you'll be going through more than 40 ammo per wave by restocking, or just make sure you know your way around the map, etc. But that will come to most of you. Most of you will know these maps inside and out by now. Its accuracy, it has got a very good accuracy. Obviously there is sometimes a problem within multiplayer where headshots won't register, it won't register a sniper shot, etc. But that is basically something that happens now and then. It depends on who's hosting, etc. That's an in-game issue. I didn't find the accuracy to be too bad on it. I found it to be perfectly okay. I like the scope design as well. It's quite a nice unique scope design, so it was a very satisfying weapon to use. Its weight of 50 is quite high, but I think you can definitely get away with just using the Lanet by itself. You don't really need a secondary. When I was running it on my Turin Havoc Trooper, I think I was running it by itself in a few games. I didn't quit the secondary when using it, so it's definitely not bad that it has a weight of 50, just because it does allow you to not have to rely on a secondary. You don't have to worry about that weight hindering you, you don't have to worry about hindering cooldowns, because you can use this weapon on its own. As I mentioned, on the modification front, you definitely want to modify damage or improve damage by investing in your character's skill tree, just because then you'll be able to one-hit brute enemies on silver with a charged shot. On gold, if you put a modification on, you can come close to one-hitting enemies with a charged shot, but I'll say it's one charged shot and one normal shot to take them out. But again, depending on how you've invested in your character, that could be a lot less or a lot more. So I did really enjoy this Lanet, and this Lanet was quite a surprise to me. I enjoyed its charged shot. I think that is a really nice feature to it. The one thing that I would like to see in a future update is sometimes I think I was charging the shot too long. I don't know how long you have to charge it for until that shot is at full capacity basically, and that is something that I would like to see added in. You can basically hold down the trigger as long as you want and it won't fire, but there is no indication that you've reached its max potential, if you know what I mean, the max damage it will do. There isn't like a vibration or a noise or a change in the weapon in any way. It just continues vibrating your controller. I wish there was some indication when you've got that shot fully charged, because sometimes I was holding it down too long and sometimes I was holding it down too short and I wasn't getting the max damage out of it. So that's something I'd like to see improved. But overall, the Lanet is a very nice sniper rifle. I would advise using it. Would I advise it over many of the ultra rares? And I would say that is truly down to you. I would definitely throw it into your game if you like to mix stuff up, you like to be able to run around and try and experiment with new guns, because it is very effective. When it comes to shielded enemies, you are able to take out their shields and their health within 2 charged shots on silver. Obviously that's going to be a little bit more, maybe 3 charged shots on gold, but it is a very nice weapon to use. I found it very satisfying. Definitely not the best sniper rifle in the game, but it is one for the books. It basically fits with my rhetoric of sniper rifles are the best to use on this game, and I would definitely advise using that. If you pack it, you're very lucky, and give it a go. So there we go, that is another weapon review, a positive review here. Some of my reviews recently have been very negative, and I'm sorry about that, but basically these guns come as they go. BioWare haven't done a lot of playing in the game, lots of testing in the game, of multiplayer especially, so that is why some of my reviews are very negative, just because it feels like BioWare haven't tested out guns and have left us with kind of a unfinished, unpolished game. So there we go, that is another review done. I've kind of rambled there on our conclusion, but anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you're having a nice day, and peace out.